Hey guys, it's Siffa. Popping my toe. Okay, ooh, I'm a little bit hoarse. Okay, well, so I wanted to make this video, and it might be a little bit of a controversial one because I've been kind of getting irritated lately at all of the, mental health advocates. Not all of them, but a lot of them that I see, mostly on, like, Tumblr and on Facebook and stuff like that. You know, people that are sharing comics and memes and things about mental illness and articles that kind of irritate the hell out of me. And that's mainly because, you know, I have my own ideas. I do have an education, and I don't know, just I have my own opinion, and I'm going to share that. And, so this might be a little bit, tough for some of y'all to hear, and I'm going to do it as gently as possible. As everyone knows, I'm like, super nice, I guess. Yeah, I guess this is probably going to be, like, a little bit different from what you're used to seeing from me, because I'm gonna, say things that everyone might not want to hear, but, just realize this, okay? Just know that this is coming from a loving place in my heart, because, and kind of, not just a loving place, but also, like, kind of a place where, like, I just wish that, like, people understood better, you know? And I wish that people, I just want to help people, okay? So anyway, so here this is, okay? So basically, what I've been seeing from these mental health advocates is, and the whole idea of getting over it, like getting over your mental illness, and the reason why I kind of like see like a little bit of shards of truth in that is because of these comics. And there's two different things that I don't like about the comics and the articles and the advocates right now for mental illness online. And the first thing is that everyone loves to compare mental illness to physical illness. They'll say, well, why would you tell me to just stop being depressed when you should tell someone with diabetes to just suck it up and not take their insulin, right? Everyone's heard that, you know, or like just get over your broken leg, or, you know, stop having a panic attack. You know, they're comparing those and saying that they're like the same thing, which, you know, has truth in it, of course, you know, because basically psychological disorders do have some basis in the brain. You know, they are based on brain chemicals and brain anatomy. But the difference that drives me absolutely batshit is that we are actually in control over our disorders. We are not in some, like, kind of like, you know, we're not slaves to our disorders. We have control over them, and we can fight them. It's not like we're, like, you know, completely helpless. And that's what I hate. Because I feel like people see these comics and think, oh, it's like I have a broken leg and there's nothing I can do about it. No, that's not true. There's so much you can do about it. And I have other videos about this, but you know, there's so much you can do to help yourself if you have a mental illness, other than medication or with medication or whatever. And that's the other thing too, is that people assume that that if it's like a physical disorder, then all that you have to do is take medication and it gets better. And that is even worse. That is horrible. Don't think that ever, because if you're just gonna, you know, think, oh, it's just my bipolar disorder is just like diabetes, so all I have to do is take a pill and it'll be better. No, that's the worst idea ever, because you have to work. You know, you have to do other things too to heal yourself spiritually and emotionally and physically. It's not just, you know, taking the pill. And diabetes isn't the best example, because diabetes does have a lot of environmental influences as well, you know, like diet and exercise. But let's go with a broken leg, for instance. Like a broken leg, there's really not much you can do to help a broken leg, like on your own. You know, you kind of need like medication and like a splint, you know. You can't really do that on your own. So that's like a better example of like comparing like a psychological disorder to like a physical illness or whatever. But I'm sure you guys get what I'm saying. So anyway, before I go to my next idea, um I wanted to say really quickly that I made a Patreon, I think it's Patreon account. And what this is Patreon is it's a website that you go onto. It's kind of like social media, but it's basically where you pledge to donate like however much, like $1, $5, $10 for each video that I make. and you can set a max for each month so you don't go over budget. And that just like helps me make more videos and you know, helps me pay my bills and stuff and encourages me to make more videos. And also you can interact with me on there, and there are rewards and prizes for people that do donate, and for people, if I reach certain goals, you know, different things will happen and there are different rewards. Like when I reach $100, I'm going to take my ads off my videos for like probably a couple months. And if you pledge like $10 per video, then we can like chat for like a few, you know, like 15-20 minutes on Skype or something, through chat, not video probably, but I'll see. And anyway, so I'll put the link to that down below. And yeah, so let's continue on this. I just had a little aside there. Anyway, so okay, another example is the good way to look at this is like drug addicts. Okay, so if you know, drug addiction is a psychological disorder, and if you say they're not in control, or like compare it to like a physical illness or something, that basically means they will never recover, because addiction is literally your brain like taking over, and you know, the drug taking over your brain basically. So I guess basically what I'm trying to say about the drug addicts is that we have to take some accountability with our disorders. Because if you take drugs, if you are a drug addict, you are taking the drugs. You are choosing to take the drugs. You know, it's not because you are sick or have an illness. I mean, that makes it way harder, and that sucks. But it's not like there's nothing you can do about it, and it's not like you can't just blame it on your disorder. Because you have to take some accountability and take charge over your life. And you can't be a victim to your disorder. The same thing with cutting. You know, you choose to cut. You choose to starve yourself. You choose to purge. You choose to binge. You choose to whatever. And, you know, the thing that I want to make very clear here is that having a mental illness makes it incredibly hard to break out of that cycle and to not do those things if you do have an addictive, you know, issue or behavioral issue. But my point is that we are way more in control than these like advocacy, you know, articles and comics and whatever are making it seem like, and that's why I want to clarify all of this. So your disease makes it harder to stop the addictive behavior, but you are still in control and you are still doing it to yourself. Okay, one last thing that drives me batshit. Okay, and this is it, I swear. Sometimes I've really been looking for articles lately or anything about how to explain mental illness to someone that doesn't know shit about it, know what it's like to have one. Explain what it's like to have a mental illness. And I'm going to make a video on this because all of them suck and I can't find any good ones. And this is why. Because all the ones that I find are like this is what it's like to have a mental illness, and this is how you should treat me to help me with my mental illness. But the issue is that there's like a whole fucking list of shit that people have to do to like help you with your mental illness. And it's like, I just feel like, you know, it's not your friends' jobs to like walk on eggshells around you. Like, yeah, it'd be awesome if they could like help you out a little bit, but you can't expect people to like bend over backwards to like, you know, cater to your disease. And that goes for anything. That goes for not just mental illnesses, but any kind of disease, you know? It's like, I don't know, I just feel like people expect, like some of these people that are writing these articles or whatever are expecting that people somehow like, you know, cater to their every comfort and make them, you know, because as a mentally ill person, yeah, there's a lot that people can do to make me feel better. There's a whole fucking list of things that people, small things that my friends can do to make me feel better. But am I ever going to expect or ask any of them to do that? No, because it's not their fucking job. If they want to do it, sure, I'd love to, but I'm probably not even going to ask them. You know, but I mean, if that just kind of drives me crazy. I mean, it could be because I'm kind of bitter, you know, because like I don't know, I guess I feel like my friends don't really like even try to understand sometimes. But like, you know, I'm all about, I want to make a video really telling what it's like to have a mental illness. But I guess my point is that having your friends support you and help you feel better in any way they can is awesome, but do not expect it. That's all I'm saying. Do not expect it, do not demand it. That's all that I'm saying. Because it's just not like, I don't know. So I'm not trying to say that that's like a bad thing. I'm just saying do not expect it and do not demand it. But anyway, I think that's about it. We're at 10 minutes. I think that's a good amount. Y'all want to let's take a look at my kitty cat over here. With me. Anyway, so y'all have an awesome day. Check out my Patreon account. Even pledging like $1 per video would be awesome because like I make hardly any money off of YouTube revenue on here. And if I had just like a few people pledge like $1, like $5 per video, I would do like amazing. So please just at least check it out. Thank you guys so much. Bye bye.